Hey guys, this is Alberto right here,
And Alice right here.
and today we are here to give our testimony. Don't worry, we're not gonna like put you guys in a rabbit hole. We will go straight to the point. But first, for those who didn't watch the previous videos, I will just give a sum up. So we were building our dream home. As you guys watched everything, we built our dream home and we were very happy. And at the end, you guys saw that we basically ended up with another house. And today we are here to explain what happened, what God did in our lives. This is a great testimony you don't want to miss. Even if you don't believe in God, you should listen to it because only God can do that. My wife is here with me. She's more like as a witness. Please, don't let me say something that didn't happen. In other words, don't let me lie. You are here as a witness to hold me accountable.
Check.
Okay. So we started building our house December 2024, right?
Okay.
Yeah, December 2024 and stuff. And then we were working on our credit. They told us that our credit wouldn't be, the credit score that we had wouldn't be enough to get up to be approved. As the house was being built, they told us to work on our credit. Okay, so by the end, the house was almost done. Our credit wasn't still really in a score that they wanted to be, but it was almost there. And that was when God gave me a dream. At that time, I didn't think it's God. I just thought it was a dream. So in this dream, I was with my wife in front of a house, but that house was like being built. It seems like the house was still in construction, but it was dark at night. I could only see the bricks. The bricks on that house were dark brown, and my wife and I were in front of the house, and the sister from church saw us, went to our house, and she was like, "Oh, isn't today the housewarming party?" And then we told her, "Oh, we didn't tell you. We had to postpone. We had to postpone." And then she was like, "Okay," and she left. And Alice and I, we were just in front of this big house looking at the house, and it was dark, but I could see the skyline of the house. I remember that when I woke up, the first thing that clicked on my mind is it was that the house was even bigger than the one that we were building. And when I had this first dream, we hadn't been rejected yet on our application. So I just thought, it was a dream since we were building a house and stuff. I didn't even tell Alice as soon as I had the dream. I think I didn't tell her.
You did.
Did I? Mm-hmm. I did? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so I was just thinking, it's a dream, all the anxiety, we were building a house, stuff like that. It's a dream. So I just went about my day. And then the second dream. On the second dream, we were moving into this big house. And I remember looking at the ceiling, and the ceiling was so high. I was looking at the ceiling. I was like, oh, but this house is like still in construction, but how come we moving in? This is the thing that was in my mind in the dream, but we were still moving in the house. And the house was bigger than the one that we were building. And I was just like, okay, we're moving in, but there is a construction inside of the house. But I didn't think much of it. Again, when I woke up, I didn't think much of it. I went about my day. And then the third dream. The third dream, we were moving in a house that is close to where we used to live. Basically, it was like across the street. And the house had 2 stories. And the house that we were building also had 2 stories. Yeah, so we were moving in. Again, the bricks were dark brown. But on this dream, when I woke up, that's when I was like, I think God is trying to tell me something. I didn't really pay attention on the other dreams, but on this one I was like, it is the third time. It started to get my attention. Meanwhile, in real life, our house that we built was already done, and we started the paperwork. So we started the paperwork. First, they rejected our loan, and then we applied again, and then they accepted our loan. And when they accepted our loan, they gave us 6.8 interest rate, and
Yes.
down payment was 16, and yeah, the monthly payment was 3,600 a month, and it was too high for us. Like, we couldn't afford that. We're not gonna be able to afford that.
They gave us another option. They say they can work it out. They're gonna give us $10,000 more. The builder gonna give us $10,000 more, and they're gonna push it down for 3,100, but only for 2 years.
Yeah.
That was another option.
And we didn't want this kind of solution. We wanted a permanent solution. We didn't want a temporary solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were basically thinking about it. They had everything already ready for us, all the paperwork. We just needed to sign to proceed with the process. And we decided not to sign right away, even though we were desperate. And guys, I'm just trying to summarize. In the meantime, we had already sold our previous home. So all of this that I'm telling you, we were without a house at that time. It happened in a span of
3 months.
3 months. Yeah, in a span of 3 months. And at this time, we were living with our
Friends.
neighbors.
Yeah.
The hospitality was amazing. They had a bedroom for us. They told us that we don't have to help them with the food and any bill. So that actually helped us to pay all the debts that we still had and made our credit even better. But the thing is, all this that I'm telling you guys, we were living with them in a small bedroom, and it's not just me and my wife. We have 2 kids, 2 little girls. It was tough. There were days that we thought we wouldn't make it. There were days that we were sad just looking where we ended up. Like, small bedroom with 2 kids. And then our neighbors, they also have a kid. So every time their kids go to bed, the house has to be quiet. And can you imagine being quiet with 2 little girls? All the time they want to play, they want to talk, they want to do something. So every time we had to tell them, shh, be quiet, shh, be quiet, shh, be quiet. In all these 2 months or 2.5 in somebody else's house, it was tough times. I remember there was a day that I even almost fell into depression because I was so sad just looking at my family, and I was like, where did I put my family into? But at the same time, we kept praying, and I also start asking God, why did you give me those dreams? I was dreaming of a bigger house and stuff like that. Why? In that week that I started seriously asking God, why those dreams? It was the week that God basically started answering. But guys, I didn't know that it was God answering. As I'm about to tell you, He answered in action, basically. So it was a Saturday. We went to see Alice's brother, and my wife knows that I'm not the kind of person to drive around to see new houses.
Well, he can go see new houses, but he's not a person to spend his Saturday afternoon go see new houses.
I'm not. I can even
Home buy.
I can buy a house just looking at the phone. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll just buy. But she's the person that likes to go inside and see in person. I don't like to waste time, go see houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that Saturday, I don't know, my heart just wanted to go see houses for some reason. And remember, the paperwork from the house that we built was still waiting for us. We had a proposal, which is to sign and pay 3,100 for 2 years and then maybe refinance. But we didn't want that option because it's just temporary. We went to see Alice's brother, and then we went to a restaurant. And in the restaurant, the feeling, this urge to go see new houses was just too much. I just told my wife, there is this new neighborhood that just opened. I mean, it's not really new, but looks new, that just opened, that is close to our neighborhood. We can just go drive by and see the houses that they have. Maybe they have a house that is at the price that we want. So we got there, but because we went to the restaurant, we got there late. The office was already closed. The office was closed. So we just drove around, and then it was me or you that said there is a new one. Okay, you can tell that part.
There is a new neighborhood close to the one that we went to see, and it's new. I was like, I don't know if they have houses ready to sell, but let's go check it out since we're already checking houses. And then that's when we went inside the neighborhoods to check it out, the home. They were finishing the pool and the park, and they had 2 model homes. And it looks like they had about, I would say, at least 10 houses ready.
So we just drove around this new neighborhood. We drove around and we saw a house that we really liked. We were like, wow, this house is huge and it's beautiful, but we cannot afford that. Let's not even dream about that house. We cannot afford that. My wife is cooking. She's checking something.
I'll continue.
So we kept driving just to see houses. And then since they don't have that many houses, it's a new neighborhood. So we decided to go to the office. And when we went to the office, the guy was about to close, but he was like, oh, don't worry, guys. I live nearby. I can close whatever time.
He's a sales guy.
I can close whatever time. So we got in and we started talking. He asked us what kind of house we're looking for, stuff like that. And we were like, oh, we're looking for this house. And he took us to a modern home. We saw this modern home. It was beautiful. And then he was like, I'm going to take you guys to the bigger house that I have here. He took us, when we were driving around, the first house that we saw,
That we caught our attention.
that we said that is out of our league, it's too much for our pocket. He took us to that house and we were like, oh, okay. When we got in that house, we were like, okay, the house looks beautiful. But we didn't like the kitchen that much. We were like, if this house was mine, I would change this, I would change that, stuff like that. We saw the house and the house was beautiful. And then he took us to a couple more houses. We saw the houses and then we went to the office. And he was like, which house did you like? We're like, to be honest, the house that we liked, we cannot afford. And then he was like, what if I tell you that today I have a special? So I'm giving $17,000.
To lower the house.
$17,000 cut on the price. And if you decide to stay with us, we are giving $7,500 toward closing cost. The interest rate is going to be only 3.9, and the monthly payment is going to be $3,000. We're like, no way. That's what we wanted. But in the house that we built, we had already put our deposit, $2,500 deposit. And we were just looking at each other. He put all the numbers on the computer and stuff. He said, for you guys to secure the house, today you have to pay $1,500 right now to secure the house so we can start the process. Alice and I were like,
let's do craziness.
And then that was a Saturday. And he said the promotion would end on a Sunday. And on Friday before that Saturday, we got paid. So we had money. But then we were thinking that money that we put on that house, because if we decided not to go to the house that we built, that money is gone. $2,500 is gone. And we were like, let's do it. We put in the deposit. We went home. He sent us a link so we can log in and fill up the application, do everything. As soon as we got home, we filled up the application. We did everything. Sunday morning, he sent us a message saying that we were approved. Basically, approved to start the process. Pre-approved, basically. It's like pre-approved to start the loan process. And then we were happy, and I was talking to Alice in bed. That was when God finally opened up my eyes. Guys, all this time, I didn't realize that it was God answering the prayers that I made that week, which is, God, why are you giving me those dreams? Remember the dream I said that the house had dark brown brick. And I remember in the dream, it was dark outside, was dark, was already night. And I remember seeing the skyline of the house. When I look at the picture of the house again, that was the house that God showed me in the dream. And it's like God blinded me all this time since I saw the house in person, stuff like that. Only Sunday when we were pre-approved was when God reopened my eyes, and I was like, Alice, that's the house. I was just, Alice, that's the house, Alice. And she was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, that's the house from the dream. Oh, we're gonna get the house. And then I forgot, they were asking for $18,000. Yeah, they were asking for $18,000 down payment. Money of down payment is something that we didn't have, guys. As we are telling you guys, at that time, zero to give as a down payment. Zero to give as a down payment. My wife, in couple, if you are married, you know that sometimes your wife's faith is up, yours is down, and sometimes it's the opposite. There were times that her faith was down when mine was up, and then the opposite. And she was like, baby, how we gonna pay that down payment? How we gonna give that down payment? Because 18,000, it is too high. I was like, baby, I don't know where the money is gonna come from, but all I know, in the dream, we moved in that house. So we're gonna move in. I don't know how God is gonna do it. I'm just excited to see how God is gonna make this happen. This is me in the beginning, a lot of faith. But then as the time was going by, the process, we went through a lot of challenge that I'm not gonna mention over here so the video doesn't become too long. I started losing faith. Even though God already showed us that we got into there, we moved in. God showed us that we moved in. But I was losing faith because of so many setbacks, stuff like that. But just to summarize, guys, it was already the week that finally we had to close in the house. And just going back a little bit, our neighbors, they also had to leave Texas to move to Hawaii. So that means all the things that we have already packed, or everything that we had already unpacked at their house in the bedroom that they gave us, we had to pack again everything, put on our cars, and find another place to stay. And in this time, when this happened, we didn't know yet if the process of the house is gonna go through or not. So we became homeless again.
Homeless, baby?
Homeless is someone without a home.
Oh, not somebody that lives in the street?
No.
We became without a home.
Homeless.
Oh, no, don't say it like that. It sounds like we live in the street or something.
Okay, we became without a home
There
again.
you go.
So we had to find someone to help us. That was when Alice's sister got into play. So she gave us a 2-bedroom, right?
Yeah, she gave us the upstairs of her house.
Yeah, she gave up the upstairs of her home. She has a 2-story. We had a little more breathing room. Upstairs, the kids could run now, they could play. They were sleeping in a room and we were sleeping in another room next to us. And we could breathe a little bit. But yeah, the week to close on the home came in. And in the beginning of that week, another dream, God came again. In the dream, I saw that the monthly payment and the down payment went down. Instead of 18, the price went down. And also the monthly payment, instead of $3,000, the price went down. And I told Alice, I was like, Alice,
I was at work.
Yeah. I text Alice. I was like, baby, I had a dream that the monthly payment and the down payment went down. And then she was like, I hope this dream come true. She come true. Basically, she was just playing. She didn't say it like she really hopes that, but she was.
I really hope so. I didn't think it would happen.
But you said that, just playing.
Yeah.
I hope this dream come true, but
I didn't believe that it would come true. But I was hoping. I wish it could come true, but
yeah. At that time, we had already some money saved up for the down payment. And then a day before the closing, they sent us the final paperwork. Guys. When we saw the down payment, we couldn't believe. The down payment went down from 18,000 to 13,000.
Yes.
And 13,000 was everything that we had on our bank account at that time.
Yippee!
Crazy. And yes, the monthly payment.
Also went down.
Yep, the monthly payment went down as well.
Guess from what?
Should
to
we
what?
tell them?
Should we? Maybe we should keep a secret.
Just know that it went down. Yeah. Let me just give you guys a ballpark. From 2,000 to 2,500. The down payment went down on this ballpark. The house that you guys see behind us and the house that you guys see in the video right now is the house that we got in.
Yippee!
I know when you look at this house, you think these people, they must have money.
No.
They must have everything. And it's the opposite. God made a way for us.
Yes.
Basically, we have a house now that is double the size that the house that we used to live.
Yeah.
And we are paying
Less.
600 less than we were paying at that house.
Wow.
This is unbelievable. Only God, Almighty God, can do.
Jesus.
Yes, can do something like that. Only God can do something like that. It's crazy. When you look at this house, I know the first impression, oh, these guys, they have made in life. They have money. Guys, God did everything. We did nothing. We don't even deserve to be here. We don't deserve nothing. God did every single detail.
We
God
did something.
Just believe.
Just praise.
Yeah. And don't think we put ourselves in a big debt to get this house.
We actually free of debt.
Yeah. And we are so much better
Light.
here than in the last house. In the last house, we were paying, the mortgage was even higher than this one.
Now we can travel.
And make more videos. Yeah. But all I want to say, guys, is that God is the one who gives the final word.
Yes.
There was a time that we thought this would not be possible.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time that we thought it would be better if we get an apartment. There was a time that we thought it would be better if we just get a used or a
Smaller home.
smaller home or a house that someone already lived in.
But that's not what God had in
Yeah.
his bag.
And all this time, as we were going through a lot of trials, God had already answered my prayer that was about to come.
Mm-hmm.
It's like God showed me already what He had for us, even before I asked. So remain in Jesus. Remain in Jesus. When the time comes, whatever you've been waiting in your life, He's gonna do it.
Amen.
Just keep believing.
Amen. To
Just
that.
keep believing. He came through and He did for us. He can also do for you. It's not because we are special or whatever. He decided to do it because He wanted to do it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the testimony that I wanted to share with you guys. And I hope that we didn't forget nothing.
Well, if we did, you can always ask.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just ask down in the comments. I will be more than happy to reply. more than happy to reply.
Not me, but better way.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching this long video, and we will see you guys on the next one. God
Bless.